Hey everyone, it's February 3rd. We got the morning market rundown. Let's dive into this price action. So we got the left chart here is the daily time frame. We're trading underneath this year-to-date volume weighted average price high, this year-to-date volume weighted average price, and this year-to-date volume weighted average price low at this 591.76 level. Potential scenario I'll be monitoring for today is if we dive into this intermediate time frame to see if we can get a little shakeout, tag that pre-market low, rally back above a daily VWAP, maybe trade back in that election VWAP, and then look to see if we kind of digest this gap down and look for almost like a little trend like this. We have our 2-day VWAP here at 604.64 in the pre-market, and we have this gap. So maybe we want to come in and fill the gap area and then come back, take some profits, look to reclaim that VWAP in this area, fill the gap, reclaim that daily VWAP, which then could fuel us for that push to that 2-day VWAP area. So that's one scenario, is a little flush out, get back above the daily VWAP, rally into that pre-market high, election VWAP, maybe potential gap fill. If that situation plays out, preferably would look for a pullback from the gap fill to reclaim this daily VWAP that could look something like this at that point potentially. So your daily VWAP could potentially look something like this. So we undercut it, reclaim it, triple top, break triple top, pre-market high, fill the gap, come back, reclaim the VWAP, fuel the push up to the 604, 601 area, which would be our 2-day VWAP, and this level of support here, this volume profile node here. You could see here that we have a VP cluster up at the 601, 602 area. And if this scenario fails, I'll be monitoring this push into this VWAP. And if this situation fails, we'll be monitoring this push into VWAP, breakdown, reclaim a VWAP, and continuation back down to potential levels of this 575 area. You can see here is the anchored VWAP handoff from this low from actually last year. So from last year, we got the VWAP bounce off. We got an anchor handoff from that area. Okay. Handoff from the year to date last year. So that would be the potential area where we come back down into, is that 576 area. So, and that's obviously one day. Maybe we could find a little bit of support down in here at 588.63. And then a potential area at 582. So we've got these levels of interest as well. So if we bounce here and see if we break this, then we're potential breakdown into 582. Then perhaps maybe get right into 580, undercut 580, and then kind of come back and tag that 570. So that's a potential scenario. And moving on to the QQQ. We got the QQQ here, and we got the price action trading in the pre-market underneath, same concept of the SPY, underneath our year-to-date low, high, and year-to-date price. And we're trading underneath the election VWAP. So we have this 510 area that could potentially hold. So maybe we come down here in the pre-market, we're holding above VWAP. So maybe we flush back to VWAP, hold it, trade into that election VWAP, get some profit taking, and then maybe can meander back up and fill that gap. So potential area would be looking to get to that VWAP, pre-market high, reclaim the VWAP, look for the gap fill. If we fail to get into the gap and fail to hold VWAP, monitor the breakdown below VWAP into that 510 area, and a breakdown into this 508 and then down to the 506 area. And we got our VWAP from last year here. Our VWAP from last year is here. And we'll just slap a handoff VWAP right here. So if we break down this band of support, maybe potentially we'll come back and see this level of 592. Hopefully this was helpful.